In this video, we are going to discuss static keyword in Java. In this demonstration, we shall discuss the keyword static in our Java programming. Now, what is the static keyword? So here we are having one class. The name of the class is static demo, and it is having int static var. So there is one variable, and this variable is of type static. And this is another variable which is a non-static, that is int var. So static variable we have defined as static var of type int, and non-static variable we have defined as var of the type int. So this is the constructor which will initialize the non-static variable var, which will be equal to 0. Next one, here we have defined another static method. Here we have defined one static variable. Here we have defined the static method. So public static void set static var int x, and this x will be assigned to this static var, that is a static variable. So always remember, in case of static method, they can access only the static variables. Non-static variables cannot be accessed from here. So if I want to write this one as a var say is equal to 100, if I write here, so it is having one error message is coming, and that error message is telling that cannot make a static reference to the non-static field var. So that is the error message we are getting, because non-static method cannot access static method cannot access non-static variables. So that is very important. Next method is known as the increase. This method will increase the value of the static var by 1, and also value of the non-static var, that is var, as 1. So in this way, two variables have got increased here. So we have got one lesson that static method can access only the static variables, but non-static method can access both the static and non-static variables. Next one is the display, which will print the current value of static var and the current value of var as well. So now here we are defining the class, that is the keyword static, which name is same as that of the file name here. So under this particular keyword static, we are defining the main function. We are defining two demostatic objects, that is the st1 and st2. They are defined under the class demostatic and instantiated with the constructor and the new keyword. So here we are having this st1 dot increase, st1 dot increase. So 2 times the static variable will be increased here. Always remember, so irrespective of the number of objects we are going to define under the class here is static demo, only one instance of the static variable will be defined here. So only one instance of the static variable. So this static var will be defined once only, irrespective of the number of objects we are going to define under this class, that is the static demo. As a result of that, st1, when it is increasing the static var by 1, then same increase function will be called from the st2, it will be also increasing the same static var by 1. But as the var is a non-static variable, so it will have a 2 separate instance with respect to st1 and sp2 separately. So as a result of that, when we are calling this st1 dot increase, the var which is getting increased 2 times, because we have called this this function increase twice. So this instance will be totally different from this st2 dot var. When we are calling this increase for 3 times, so another new instance of var will remain created against this st2 object, and that will get increased for 3 times. So I think now the conception will be cleared if I go for the execution. So the value of the static variable is 2, and value of the non-static variable is 2 here, because here we have called this st1 dot increase 2 times. So the static and the non-static, both the variables have got increased by 1 and 1, and initially their values were 0 here, because we have initialized this one as 0, and automatically the static var will be instantiated with the value 0, will be initialized with the value 0 initially. So st1 dot display is displaying that both the variables are having a value 2 and 2. Now from this st2, this increase function has got called thrice. So the static variable will get increased starting from 2. So 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and 4 to 5. But this var will be having a separate instance for the new object st2. So it will be increased from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, and 2 to 3. As a result of that, when we are going for st2 dot display, we are finding that the static variable is having the value 5 and the non-static variable var is having the value 3 here. Here we are having the set static var. So here we are putting this 50 and 50 will be assigned to this static var variable. So if I print this particular variable, we can have this one as 50. You can find that we are having this one as 50. So this particular method, static method, has been accessed from the class name directly. From the class name directly it can be accessed, and this static variable can be accessed from the class name. Now if I use this one as st1, if I use this one as st1 and also here as st1, you can find that they are executable and we are getting this same output here. Static variable without object is 50. So now if I call it from the st2 also, they are accessible because they are static. So irrespective of the number of objects we are defining under the class, the static demo, these two static members, variables and methods, will have a single instance in the computer's memory, and they can be accessed either using object name dot or using class name dot directly. So in this way we have shown you that how to use the static keyword in our Java code.